You're listening to Binging the Devil's Fruit, a One Piece manga read-through podcast where the best fruits are the ones you savor and are best enjoyed taking your time consuming. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Binging the Devil's Fruit. This is episode 15 of the podcast, and the very first one we're recording in 2025. I am your host, John Mukiwara J. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Chad Peanut.
Hey!
And happy very late New Year to y'all. I'm pretty sure I said it on the episode I knew was going out, but remember when I said, hey, I hope everything's good for y'all in the New Year? I think I might have not hoped hard enough. Because,
yeah.
Let's just say, I mean, with everything going on, it's just, you can kind of figure it out if you look at the news. And I hope to think, just know that things will definitely improve. It'll be very hard, but just look out for each other. And if you use this podcast as a form of escapism for that, then I thank you for choosing us or anything else that we make. Just remember to take care of each other and look out for your fellow man and just do what you got to do to survive. Enough of that. I don't want to make this too much of a downer. We have some One Piece to read. So when we last left off, we were in the middle of the Skypia arc, and we left on a pretty good cliff note before we went off for the holidays. So, yeah, I've made this intro go on a little bit too long, so why don't we just get started, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
If you would like to read along with us while we binge the Devil's Fruit, Shonen Jump has their entire manga library available through their subscription service for just $2 a month. Or if you happen to have the physical volumes of omnibuses handy, that works too. No, we're not being paid to say this. I wish we were. And remember, when you hear this sound, that means it's time to turn the page. Anyway, thanks for coming along with us and enjoyed the read-through. Chapter 253, Varse.
Rockable's Omnivorous Rampage, Volume 16. All of a sudden, business is booming. And yet, a bunch of kids are swarming Wapple's toy store. They made new toys. Yeah, he seems popular now.
Yeah, I don't know why. Wapple's still a horrible human being. He denies he denies healthcare to the needy. All right.
So would that make Chopper Luigi? Okay, so it's been a while, so I need a little refresher. A civil war between Eneru's minions and the Shandorans, who were native to the land, has broken out, and the Straw Hats were kidnapped by Eneru's priests or vassals, whatever you want to call them, and they've been separated and they're trying to get back together. And I think they just got back together last time, but we're starting off with the Shandorans taking the fight to the priests now. Okay, and boom, there was a loud explosion in the forest, and the man with the axe mask like, wipe us Kamakiri's down.
Kamakiri's down.
What? We need one last puss. Hey, as if one more puss would do you any good. When night falls, we'll have an even bigger advantage. And oh, that ominous shading panel. Up the wounded! Retreat for now. Recuperate one day through us. They leap and dash out as they retreat. You're not going anywhere. Wait! What is it? God Eneru calls.
And then we cut back to the Straw Hats because they're cooking up something to eat. And Luffy's just staring at the pot, waiting for it to finish cooking. Man, this is so boring! As he starts rolling around like a child. You don't have to watch the pot, stupid. When there's enough distilled water in the bowl, pour it into the flask. That's all you have to do. We need water for tomorrow, enough for each of us. Sanji, we got lots of yummy things. Great work. Walnuts, aloe, bananas, and garlic. A rat and a frog. Chop them up and throw them in the stew. Hold it! They said there were some weird ingredients just now. That's right, I totally forgot. No garlic, right? No, that's not it! What? Wow, what's that blue thing, Robin? A gem? Isn't it pretty? But it's no gem. Oh, is that rock salt? That's a good find. I found it on the lakeshore. I thought it might come in handy. You bet it will. Salt is essential for our survival. I'm taking half of the aloe and garlic. I can make burn ointment and disinfect it with them. Just shoot our friend, the Sky Knight.
Need frog too? Nope, don't need any frog. Hey, Zoro, don't just stand there. Come and give me a hand. And then Zoro's carrying a boiling rock with his 2 swords. Give me a break. My swords aren't made for this. Just shut up and do it. If you defy the chef, you'll starve to death. And he drops the boiling rock into the stew.
Huh? We're eating rocks too? Is it tasty? Haha, Sip. This is hot rock stew. The heat from the hot rocks cooks the stew. When you cook this way, the ingredients keep more of their nutrients. Alright, it's done, as Nami finishes her map. Alright, everyone. I now call the official Straw Hats. What are we going to do tomorrow meeting in order? Right. And as I eat, this stew is delicious. Oh, you ate a whole grilled sky shark. That was just a snack to tide me over. Ready? First, a review of Nolan's picture book. The Skypiea lunch is really good too. He first discovered El Dorado 400 years ago. Several years later, when he returned to Jaya...
No, you got it right! Don't go back!
How's it pronounced?
Jaya,
okay. Not a trace of gold was to be found. In other words, during those few years, the island, which is the figment of Jaya, wound up in the sky. On the knock-up screen? Yes, that's the only explanation. Cricket said that the location of the underwater explosion differs each time. An explosion like that would send any island flying.
So we didn't need a recap. They're doing it right now for you.
Oh, good.
I chose this chapter accidentally, so don't think that was intentional. It's just hard to imagine this insanely huge forest is the same forest we saw in Jaya. That's probably due to the difference between the sea clouds and island clouds. It seems there's something about the environment of Skypiea that has the power to rapidly speed up the growth of the flora and fauna. That would explain why all the remains of the giant civilization were swallowed up by the forest. The Southbirds which saved us were huge too. About that, why did the Southbirds save you guys? I don't know, maybe it's related to everyone calling the Sky Knight God? God? So we just needed to beat up the old man? Of course not, you idiot! And there's Pierre, his bird horse, sipping on some hot soup. Anyway, think back to what was written in Nolan's ship log about El Dorado. He said it was full of gold. That's obvious, you idiot! Also, he mentioned gold ingots shaped like a bell and Southbirds. And the last page was scrawled seemingly a nonsensical sentence, supposedly the last thing Nolan wrote before he died. I saw gold in the skull's right eye. That's it! Look at this! I rescaled a map of Jaya that Robin picked up and paired it with an old map of Skypiea. It's an approximation, but when you line up the house on the seashore...
See, this is shape of Jaya 400 years ago. Wow, it looks just like a skull, and sure enough, she has the map and with a page from the Nolan picture book, I believe, and it does form a skull.
Yep, that's the bottom map is the layout of Jaya when they were there, and then the picture book is the rest of it.
Well, amazing. Then the right of the skull is right here. Nolan was talking about the shape of an entire island, but there's only half an island left, so it's no wonder the mystery couldn't be solved. It all makes sense now. I see. Treasure! Tomorrow we can head straight for this point. We can't just abandon the ship, so we should divide into 2 teams. Make no mistake. A vast treasure trove of gold awaits us at this location. Ka-ching it. Oh, Nami actually looks really cute with glasses.
Nami looks cute wearing anything, and sometimes nothing. Turn the page. Whew, a delicious feast tonight. And tomorrow, gold! I hope it's a clear day. Well, we are above the clouds. That's actually a great point. It's late. We should put out any unnecessary fires. We'll just be letting the enemy know our position. That's so ridiculous. Did you hear that, Usopp? Put out the fire, she says. Huh? Give the poor girl a break, Luffy. If Robin's lived in the dark, she wouldn't know. Huh? What do you mean? And then they're just pounding the ground laughing. When you go camping, it's natural to have a campfire. A camp at night, even if your life's about to end, you gotta have a campfire. That's just the way it is. You guys are complete idiots. You cut that out. You should know how dangerous the forest is. There are gods, priests, and gorillas out there. Plus, we have no idea what else is lurking about there in the shadows. There might be giant beasts and even monsters for all we know. Monsters? Hey, Luffy. And then it turns out Zoro and Sanji put together a little campfire. How's this for a bonfire? Not you guys too. It'll be all right, Nami, dear. Besides, giant beasts are afraid of fire. But then is right behind Sanji. That appears not to be the case. Behind you! There's something out there already!
Yeah! You guys are so funny as a bonfire slit. And no, it's a spread page. as Luffy and that's with wolves and Usopp's got a drum. Come on, cut loose! It's the pre-bounty pass. The treasure's as good as ours. Good, here I come. And
so in the
it's
anime,
a bonfire celebration with all the animals.
In the anime, they expand upon this, where the wolves actually confront them, and then Luffy easily beats them all up, and then they become friends, and then they just they sing, they dance, they eat, they drink together. It's a whole thing, but they shortened it here. Even the cloud wolves are joining in, but then somebody starts walking towards the campfire. No one else would dare to frolic like this in the land of Eneru. Oh, you're awake. Is it okay to be up and about? I came here to help, but I ended up a burden. What are you talking about? We owe you many thanks. There's still some less stew left. Would you like some? No, thank you. I can't eat right now. Oh, weird old man, you're up. Come on, let's dance. Join us, Sky Knight. Aren't you his doctor? Hey, mister, how's Conus? Is she well? Yes, both father and daughter are at my house, rest assured. Oh yeah, that's good. I was worried about them. And Gonfall looks on as the wolves and the Straw Hats are dancing. I overheard your meeting earlier. I understand this island was once called Jaya. In Skypia, this place is called Sacred Ground. Do you know why? For you all, this land is something you take for granted. Well, sure. But here in the sky, this shouldn't even exist. Things can grow on island clouds, but they cannot be born there. Greenery and soil don't normally exist in the sky. We call this, as he picks up a amount of dirt, Vars. Though to those who live in the sky, this embodies our eternal hopes.
Upper Yard, isolated islands in the northeast. While you were distracted trying to gather this stuff, Kamakiri. He was wounded trying to protect you. We're up against the fastest here. Without every one of us giving it our all, we'll never reach the god's temple. I'm sorry. I made it's my fault. Just give it back. That's Asia's treasure.
Isa.
I made her... Huh?
Isa.
All right. I made her a rash promise, and I collect phos for her. Silence, it's distractions like this that will cost us a victory. Forgive me, please don't throw it away. Oh, he threw it away. What? Kamakiri. I can still fight. Like you said, if we are there to conquer Upper Yard, now is not the time. With Satori gone, we definitely made some inroads. Now let's attack them tomorrow once more. If we defeat Eneru, a mere bag full of phos will be insignificant. Let us return Sandia to the state it was 400 years ago.
Ooh. But we'll return in just a moment to read Chapter 254. Albade?
Excuse me, baby, no parking on the battleground?
Oh, I know this spread. This, like, on my favorite opening of the anime, they animated this. It's like on the Brand New World one. I'm familiar with this. I just didn't know that's what it said on the, I don't know.
All these Call of Duty gacha crossovers are getting out of hand.
No, Luffy and them should be in Fortnite. If Luffy somehow comes to Warzone, I will not play.
Or more permanently, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we'll see if Xbox even does anything with anything now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me get these. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get this set of 3 pages here because it's like there's like a little Panda Man zoom in, but then there's this 1 page of them sleeping. What do you got with you? How old are you? Just go. No, wait, hold on. What? Go with you? How old are you? Just go. I guess somebody wants to get up and go to the bathroom. And then everyone is asleep while the bonfire is out. Even Zoro's asleep, and he's like on watch. The girls are in a tent. Meanwhile, the guys are out sleeping with the wolves. And yeah, well, I guess in the anime they showed Usopp actually pissing. So, but Usopp gets up to go pee, but he hears clanging in the background. Huh? What's that sound? There shouldn't be anyone on board. The fog is so thick I can't see. And it's coming from the Going Merry. And he peeks over, and he sees a figure of somebody hammering. And then
turn the page.
Turn in the page,
smile.
and Usopp is frightened because he sees a smile, and he screams. And then wakes Zoro up. Oh, what the heck is he doing? He said he was going to take a leak, and he's sleeping out here? Oh, this guy's hopeless.
Hey, it's just, what was his name again?
You got Gadatsu. They say it in the next line.
Gadatsu. Yeah, he's just biting his bottom lip in ink. You realize, Gadatsu, we can't understand a word you say when you bite your lip like that. He's trying to say the almighty Eneru summoned us because you let Wiper get away. Upper Yard, God's temple.
He wasn't biting his lip in anger. He was talking while he had his mouth closed.
Oh, what?
He's an idiot.
Upper Yard, God's temple. Almighty, your forces are here. Open the gates. And it's all these fat assholes sat one. Oh, not again. What are you doing, you three? And this is really fat guy. You're hopeless. Be quiet.
These guys dragged me down. Thanks to them, I couldn't unleash my full power. If you let me patrol the island alone, I could do a much better job. Oh, we finally get the names of everybody. The guy with the sword and the glasses is named Skybreeder Ohm. You sure can talk big, Shura. But I'd be happy to show you just how worthless your powers really are against my unbeatable Iron Challenge. Child's play. Your lesser challenges leave much to be desired. Skypia Vassal Skyboss, Gadats. My Swamp Challenge is the ultimate trial. Care to try? And you're probably wondering what the hell he's doing with his arms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the servants is going to tell him, Master Gadats, you're not doing it right. To cross your arms, you must have your elbows out. Oh!
Silence, all of you! You are in the presence of the Almighty God, Skypia Heavenly Warriors Commander, Yama.
Fun fact, in the Japanese version of the anime, he is voiced by Hidenari Ugaki, the voice of Goro Majima.
Oh.
He doesn't sound a goddamn thing like him.
What are you playing at? His throne is empty. Where is Mr. High and Mighty? Gotcha! As someone shouts, leaving all of them in shock. But sham! And someone knocked them all down.
So that's not actually like them being hit. It's like sparks. Did someone say God? I'm right here. Skypia's one and only God Eneru. You three need some serious training. Pathetic. Surely you don't want to end up like Satori. What the heck was that for? Please, don't poke fun at us. You summoned us here just to tell us that? I was bored. Anyway, sit down. I get the impression that you three aren't taking our little blue sea guests very seriously. They're after the gold. Gold! How did they find out about it? Originally, this island was an island in the Blue Sea. It's only natural that Blue Sea people would know about it.
Tomorrow they will begin their search. Meanwhile, the Sandians will try to take advantage of this to launch another attack. That is why, as of tomorrow, I am opening up all of the upper yard to you three. We cannot allow anything to interfere with our plans. Maxim is almost complete. And when it is, this island won't matter. You are free to use any challenge at any location. No rules, no limits. Why this sudden change, Almighty? As he bites into an apple, let's just set out on a journey to the world of our dreams.
And it's back to the Straw Hats. Look, I told you someone was here. I saw him. It wasn't a dream after all. The merry-go has been repaired. And yeah, sure enough, it was. He's right. Even the broken mast is fixed. I hate to say this, but the work's pretty shoddy. Someone's looking out for us. I thought it was a ghost. But who would fix ships for us in a place like this? In Upper Yard, everyone's been nothing but hostile. But it's no longer a flying ship, huh, Usopp? That's what I'm thinking about right now. How did the guy who fixed our ship know what the Going Merry looked like originally? That it didn't have a crest or wings or a tail? Hey, get to work, everyone! The escape team cleans up yesterday's mess. The search team prepares for our adventure. All right, I'm going to divide up the food. Luffy, you're the last person I should trust with that. Besides, we have to lower the ship. Oh yeah, bring me the rope. How did he know? I wish you could talk, Mary. You could tell me who did this. It is an interesting mystery, isn't it? Who repaired the Mary?
Now then, look at the map. The search team will follow this route due south. There should be some kind of run by the right eye. Anyway, just be on the lookout for any enemies and bring back the gold. You make it sound so easy. Wait a second. You're always going on about the gold, but you're not coming on me? Of course not. I'm scared. She wants the gold, but she isn't willing to face danger? That's not fair. In the meantime, we'll take the merry-go. Oh, and get off this island, which is dangerous too. We'll make our way around the island like so. Rendezvous with the search team here by the ruins. Then make our exit from Sky Pier. And then we'll be the super rich pirate crew. We can buy anything and everything we want. Alright. Look, it's a beautiful day today. That's because we're above the clouds. Well then, let's meet on the east seashore. Alright, let's do this. As they defied, yeah! And the coloring page.
You wanna know what's something fucked up?
Yeah?
The episode of the anime that this adapted was the last episode that aired on Toonami on Cartoon Network. And then they just stopped airing it for some reason.
Oh shit.
And then it came back later on the redone Toonami. Yeah, it's a coloring page, which it's I forget what number volume it is, but that's the volume cover for like when they first get to Skypiea. But we're gonna know what actually happens next when we get to Chapter 255, The Anaconda and the Search Team.
Wappo's Omnivorous Rampage, Volume 17. The town scientist searches for the secret of Wappo's toys. And lo and behold, it's a town scientist observing Wappo's toys as he stares at them in shock, it looks like.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna... I can't tell you what I just noticed, but for those of you that are caught up with the current manga as it is, look at that toy he's looking at. Does that look familiar to any of y'all? If you're not caught up on the current manga, not a damn thing I'm saying is going to make any sense to you, but look at that. That's all I'll say. Anyway, it's now your turn to start.
Okay. Hey, where you going, Shoro? That's the opposite direction. Rest is this way. And sure enough, Luffy is already getting... oh, wait. Cease, you have no sense of direction at all. Oh, Luffy's the one who's bad at directions this time, not Zoro. Hey, Luffy, don't you ever listen to what people say? It's the skull's right eye. Right is this way. This way, you idiot. Can you go and tell him that we should be heading south and that it's this way?
Luffy's heading east.
Okay. As they make their way to the forest. South? Why didn't you say so sooner? As he drags his stick against a cliff wall. Luffy, that's a new stick you have. Chopper seems mesmerized by his stick. Isn't it? But you can't have it. I found it first. Aw, you're so lucky. A stick. A stick. Oh, what about a stick?
That's such a little kid thing. Like, remember when you were a kid, you found like a stick you wanted to carry around and just walk with it? That's basically what that is.
I thought this part was gonna be scarier, but it's not bad at all. Yeah. With these three, I'm not worried. Feeling brave, Chopper? I think so. This whole honor has really been a letdown. Yesterday, when we went into the forest, we didn't even meet up with one of Kami's vassals.
God's
vassals. I know how you feel, Chopper. Yeah. Wait, you do?
What's that behind them?
Oh. You're so funny, Luffy. Are you that eager for danger?
And the birds are flying. Yeah, there's a reason they had to be afraid, because look in front of them. It's a giant snake. And it just cuts from there.
That's one giant anaconda who wants eagerly big buns.
The anaconda definitely wants some, no matter how big your buns are, hon. And we go back to the Straw Hat ship where it's Usopp, Nami, and Sanji. I think that's it. Oh, wind is good. Rudder check. Everything is perfect. Cruising along fine, but it's slow. Hey, navigator, do something. Sorry, Captain Usopp, this is it. There are too many bends in the Milky Road, so we have to rely on the power of the dial ship. Move, Karamasu. Or Karasumaru. Oh, and Sanji, make sure you guard me well. The captain's afraid of this forest. Shut up, I'm only protecting Nami. Oh yeah, it's time for that strange knight to take his medicine. Where did Chopper say he put it? My name is Gonfall. Call me Gonfall. Oh, the medicine's on top of the barrel next to the refrigerator, thanks.
Shall I tell you a bit about the history of this land? And that catches Usopp's attention. Until 6 years ago, I was God. Did you hit your head, mister? And what the fuck?
Yeah, remember Pierre, his bird could turn into a horse?
Yeah, and it bites the top of Usopp's head. It's been said that Upper Yard appeared in Skypiea, as you already know, some 400 years ago. Until then, Skypiea was a peaceful island in the sky. Once in a while, items from the blue sea would ride up on the knockup stream. The sky people cherish these rare items. We call these treasured objects Foss. It should have been impossible for a Foss as huge as Upper Yard to make it to the sky. It was a miracle. The sky people naturally revered it as a sacred site bestowed upon us by the heavens, and were overjoyed.
Upper Yard was not like the other Voss, however. It was inhabited. Soon fighting broke out over this miraculous Voss, with the land's native inhabitants, the Shandians. Those gorillas? Yes. Then those guys originally lived on Jaya on the ground? Yes. They were probably blown into the sky with the island unwillingly. And yet they were forced off the island? Yes. I'm sorry to say, we sky people got greedy and stole their homeland. In the 400 years since, the fighting between our peoples has raged on. All the Shandians want is to take back their motherland. Oh, that's really sad. You guys are the bad ones! And then the horse bites them both.
Nah.
Yes, you're right. It's exactly as you say. Yeah. Thank you for the medicine. I will take it. As he sips the medicine. And Eneru? Who is he? This god Eneru.
When I was the god, he suddenly appeared with his own army from one of the Skylands. He attacked both my heavenly warriors and the Sandians, and took control of Upper Yard. That was 6 years ago. Today, my heavenly warriors are now slaves under the command of Eneru. I do not know what he uses them for. However, I do know this. The Sandians do not care who is God. All they want is the return of their homeland. So if these Sandians only care about getting back to their homeland, then why have they been attacking us from the moment we arrived in the sky? I mentioned the heavenly warriors who have been forced into labor. Once in a while, they get a hold of a ship and try to escape. The Sandians wipe out those fugitives on sight. They probably assumed that's what you were. What, they almost killed us by mistake? I became the Sky Knight in order to help these deserters reach safety. Since they are considered criminals, they cannot remain in Skypiea where Eneru's eyes will reach them. For the sound of it, this god Eneru is pretty scary. Hey, you don't say something like that! An omnipotent god sees everything! When did you become a citizen of Skypiea? What if he deserted you now? Scary. Worse than he, and that he's unscrupulous. Eneru will even brand travelers like you as criminals, and he uses the citizens of Skypiea to pass judgment. Innocence is never even considered. After years of his rule, my people live in a constant state of guilt.
When a person cannot act without feeling guilt, he is at his weakest. Eneru is well aware of that. He turns our people into wayward lambs and then controls them. To him, the title of God is enough. He truly plays at being God. He is a tyrant. When we reached Angel Beach, I thought this was a paradise, but it's anything but. Of all the places El Dorado could have landed. Oh, by the way, this place you all have been talking about since last night, this place called El Dorado. What is it? You mean you don't know? And then we get back to the Luffy and the Straw Hats. Run! It's a giant steak! Luffy's taking it really well. Meanwhile, the rest are not. Look at its size. This must also be due to the Skypian environment. It's just like a catfish. I'll just chop it up as it slithers around.
As Luffy managed dodges, is it chomping its way out to the chopper? Despite its size, it moves fast. Oh, as they continue to dodge. Oh. And they notice as it bites into a tree, a sizzling corrosive effect occurs on it. Poison! I think it's time for a strategic retreat. Agreed. Scary!
As it turns its head back at them after biting the tree. Don't let the poison touch you. You'll die instantly. Hey, Snaky, this way. Follow me. Your prey's getting away. As Luffy taunts it. And then it actually turns its attention to Robin. Watch out, Robin! And it tries to bite her, but Cinco Fleur! As she sends out 4 arms as a little rope way to swing away from it. Too bad. And then the snake turns its attention to Zoro. Uh-oh. And it attacks them.
This isn't good. I'm back on the coast, but no one's coming. I wonder if they got lost. Nico Robin got separated from the group, it seems. Maybe I should go ahead and wait for them. Oh no, I got separated! As Chopper looks around in confusion. He help! Where's everyone? Where are they? I take my eyes off them for a second and look what happens. Oh well, take a minute on their own. I have the map pretty much memorized. I go right.
God damn it!
Jeez, those guys. They're all lost. Oh well, I'll just go ahead and wait at the ruins. Due south means I should go in the warmer direction.
Damn it.
In the jungle, only the fit survive.
It's also where the lion sleeps tonight.
But there's no sleeping for us tonight as we head into...
Well, this was also the end of volume 28 of the One Piece manga, so 28 volumes down, 82 to go. All right, ready to... we're going to get right into the next chapter, and the next volume, as it were, in chapter 256, Wiper the Berserker.
Rapple's Omniforce Rampage, volume 18. Detected a new alloy called Rappometa. And it's Rapple dressed in a tuxedo. He seems to be very confused as he's questioning about him creating a new element, apparently.
Yeah, and apparently it's getting him notoriety and fame. Just what we need. Anyway, let's move on. It's my turn to start. And it's a flashback from back when Gonfall was originally god of Skypiea, and he's trying to make peace with the Shandians. He's appeared again? Go home, old man. Stop it. Wiper Gonfall is here to negotiate. He can stuff his negotiations. Step aside, chief. As if 2 old men looking to find common ground will satisfy us. Now listen closely, Gonfall. We won't budge an inch. If you really want the fighting to end, then return everything to us. Don't tell me you've forgotten what your people have done to the Shandians over the generations. It's too late for coexistence. I cannot return everything. We Skypians have come to rely on the power of the upper Vars in the upper yard. Its presence is a blessing to our people. We simply cannot take it from those who are blameless. Sky people? Blameless? Some might see it that way, living in peace, not knowing war. So let's bring them to the fight along with your heavenly warriors. What? You're mad!
If you want to erase your guilt, take some responsibility. Find 100 people who don't want to die and bring us their heads as sacrificial offerings. I can't do that. The negotiations are off. Leave, or I swear I'll cut your head right here. Oh, wait, Wiper. Don't talk to me like you know me. There is nothing I love more than pumpkin juice. Oh, that seems to piss him off. I will kill you. Wait, Wiper. You lot restrain Wiper. What are you doing? God Kiri. Kamakiri. Oh, sorry. I messed up. There's Kami. Okay. Actually, see one native with her aunt and a crying baby. Auntie, she cries a lot, that Aisha. Aisha. Yes. Whenever there's tension in the village, poor dear bursts into tears.
Interesting. And then, fighting between the Gonfall's men and the Shandians breaks out. All this fighting, is it Wiper's fault? Well, I do wonder about that. Whenever there's trouble, he's always in the thick of it. Why do you ask? Because he scares me. I mean, he's just like a demon. And it goes back to Locky in the present. Huh? The farce! And it's just the dumped bag of dirt on the ground. Wiper! That's Isa's treasure! Stop. Brom! This may be our only chance. I'm not going to waste this opportunity. Those who are not willing to risk it all, stay behind. I bear no grudge. Come on, Wiper, we've always been ready to...
We must be prepared to leave the fallen behind. Only those who are willing to push forward at any cost. Even if it means abandoning your comrades, then come with me. Today, Eneru's head will roll. As he's got a cigarette light up. God's temper. Have they all gone down? Everyone is in position, Almighty. In addition to the 3 vassals' challenges, Commander Yama has 50 heavenly warriors under him. It'll be an all-out war. Almighty, are you sure we all know for doing it? Our opponents are Sandians. And a few Blue Sea people. The more the merrier.
No!
Oh no! Giving you shadow flashbacks? And besides, you're overlooking the hidden potential of the players in this battle for the sky.
Hidden potential? Oh, yes, you'll see soon enough. Yeah! Peel me a banana. Or as J. Michael Tatum, the voice of him, said in like an outtake that never got used, banana me. Now then, our forces include 50 heavenly warriors and 3 vassals. 50, that's 50. So that's 54, including me. Right now, 20 Shandians are headed here. As for the Blue Sea people, there are the 4 who entered the forest and another 4 who escaped. No, make that 3. There's no way that old man can still fight. 81 in all of this game of survival. Yeah! Shall we place bets on how many will be standing in 3 hours' time? You always turn things into a game. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, you, take a guess. Oh, me? Oh, no, I know nothing about such things. What's this? Don't be such a spoil sport. Take a guess. No? Well, then you take a guess. Yes, Almighty. Well, the 3 vassals will obviously remain, and the 50 heavenly warriors are quite formidable. They won't fall so easily. The enemy is strong enough to go head-to-head with the vassals in 3 hours. I estimate 30 of them will fall, so I would say 50 will remain standing. Yeah, I see. 50, eh? Rather naive, wouldn't you say? You aren't taking this battle seriously. Then what do you predict, Almighty God? All right, I shall answer that. In 3 hours' time of the original 81.
5 will be left standing. And back on the island, back in the wilderness, as the rebels prepare. No, wait, is that the vassals?
No, that is the Shandians. They're going to Upper Yard to start fighting Eneru's men.
Huh? What's this? Huh? My body! And they're all frozen suddenly.
Yep.
What could this be?
Well, my Shandian foe serves you right. You'll have to forgive the rough welcome. Shura! Silly Shandians. I know my own name without you reminding me. You should know that Upper Yard underwent some changes in the night. This isn't the same forest it once was. You can't move, can you? Didn't think so. This place is a 3% survival rate. Welcome to my string challenge. The challenge? It's a little wait to warn you to be careful. String clouds? That's very shrewd of you. My territory is covered with them. Strings so thin they're nearly invisible, so light you can't feel them, and yet so strong that once you're snared, you'll never break free. You've been wrapping yourself in them since you made it to the island. Look closely. You're all covered with string. The more you try to fight it, the more you'll suffer. Oh, yeah? There's one person who didn't get caught in your web.
Huh? Let's go, Fusa. Wiper. And Wiper gets out a bazooka. Don't think for an instant you can beat me in an area battle. Watch out, he's just using his heat javelin. And oh, he gets skewered. What eye did you touch this shield and weapon? Are you mad? As the Vipers seems to be steaming. I can defeat you with only one arm. Smack as he's got his hand on his chest. An impact as if that could stop me. No, this is 10 times more powerful for that. Rejecto!
And he fucking takes out Shura in one shock. He's bleeding and he falls to the ground with Wiper still standing with possibly a damaged arm. Upper yard survival game. 1 down, 80 remaining. You didn't think they beat him that easy, did you?
No, and who's gonna be the reader and who's gonna be Oda?
You usually do the reader first.
Okay.
All right, so
Hello,
it's SBS time then.
Hello, Oda-sensei. Let me tell you about my dream. One Piece has inspired me to become an animator, and so will mean a lot to me if you would let me say it. Just this once, please. And now, for all you One Piece readers, let's begin the question corner. I said it. Thank you very much.
Octopus girl.
oh shit, I forgot that part.
Yeah. Whoa, that was close. I nearly couldn't pull my finger out of my nose. Everyone, when picking your nose, be careful not to stick your finger too far up. Anyway, it seems like we begun the question corner.
Oh, great and rise, Oda-sensei. May I ask just one question? Can I, huh? Okay. Yes! Well then, I humbly ask you this one question. What species are you?
I'm human, you idiot. Okay, next.
Hello, I know it's sudden, but I came up with a new technique for Luffy. I'm gonna try it on you, Odachi, so counter it. Gum, gum, gum! How was that, Gramps?
I got hit. It's a bit gummy. How was that? Okay, anyway, moving on.
And we're moving on into...
Chapter 257, Dial Battle.
Wappo's Omniforce Rampage, Volume 19. Wappo's Toy Shop expands. And yeah, sure enough, Wappo has a massive toy store that looks like a castle.
Yeah, and it's like shaped like a hippo. All right, so we're now going back to the Straw Hats. I think you're finishing us off or starting, however you want to call it.
Yep, they're riding those river finds, I think they're called.
The Milky Road.
Milky Road. When I first came to your ship's aid, it was less of an act of courage than one of mercy. Because blue sea people such as you cannot keep up in a sky battle. A sky battle? And it was the old man who repaired the ship. Just watch. What exactly are we doing now? You'll see. You will see. Young man, try smashing that shell with all your might.
No, Gonfall did not repair the ship.
Oh. Jelly, Shanti. If you make a hole in the deck, I'll chop your hide. Hit it as hard as you can. Don't say that just because it's not your ship. As Shanti prepares the mallet, well, if you insist, old-timer. Wait, take it easy. And blam! Huh? Everyone looks at that. What's that? I said take it easy, but that was absurd. You didn't even crack the empty barrel below it. This can't be right. I took a hard string, so hard it should have broken through the deck. Hey! But the shell is completely intact. It's as if the shell has absorbed the brunt of the impact.
Now place the shell face down on the empty barrel and press on the limbo. And then he presses on that, and then the barrel explodes.
Oh, shit.
That is an impact dial. It absorbs any impact delivered to it, then releases it at the user's discretion. Oftentimes, the dial is attached to a user's hand with a bandage or glove. If used properly, it's powerful enough to kill the average person. Usopp, do you think? Of course, it must be what that ball-brained vassal used. There's nothing simple about it. Impact! Yeah, remember when he did that?
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Legends tell of other amazing dials by ancient warriors of the Sky Isles that are far more powerful than this one. Well, why do you just say so? You scared the crap out of me.
He's slapping him while he's talking.
Yeah. The destructive reject dial, for example, is said to emit 10 times the force of an impact dial. Its impact is so strong, in fact, that wielder's life is endangered by using it, which would explain why it is so rarely used. How can such a lethal thing exist in nature? They're practically military weapons. I thought dials had more everyday uses. You're correct. This is how most people use them, but when man finds something useful, he will always find a way to use it for evil means. It all depends on who uses it. Dials can be very helpful, but their potential for destruction when used in battle cannot be ignored. Take the heat dial. It can warm a pan to allow cooking without a fire, but combined with a spear, it forms a searing hot heat javelin. Or the flame dial, which stores fire. If placed inside a bird's beak, it gives rise to a rare fire-breathing bird.
Basically, just
said something like that.
He's basically just explaining Shura.
So these duels are called sky battles? Precisely. Blue Sea people who are unfamiliar with the various types of dials are unable to distinguish between them. And then you have manufactured clouds. Warriors of the sea are trained in their uses. Those who are not have no chance. Alright then. That mental power they use to protect our movements, what's that all about? Yes. Mantra. I do not command the power myself, but it's a bit difficult to explain, but I'll try. Voices? Yes, those bones with the gift of mantra can hear them and know a person's next move. The more the user has mastered mantra, the greater the error they can listen to. For the vassals, that means all of Upper Yard. For Eneru, it is the entire country. That is how far his power extends. It is the one power that no one truly understands.
And then we go back to Eneru and his throne. The battle has only just begun, and there's already an upset. Shura has been defeated. What? Shura is defeated? Shura took the sky battle lightly. What a fool. Yeah! This is no laughing matter, Almighty. The vassals have gone unchallenged for 6 years. To lose 2 in 2 days. Ah, well, they lost, and that's all there is to it. They didn't have divine protection from the god. Yeah! And then we go back to the forest with Yama and his army. Everyone listen up. Our enemies include 20 sentient and 7 blue sea people. There should be no need to trouble the vassals. Go and raise a riot. And then, yep, he's got an army of sheep people. Bang! The 50 heavenly warriors of Skypia. Yes, really, they bah.
Only those who are willing to push forward at any cost, even if it means abetting your comrades, then come to me. Today, Eneru's head will roll. And back with her.
It's Loki's her name.
If we defeat Eneru, a mere bag full of frost will be insignificant. As he pours sand into the bag. And, oh.
Yeah, that's Shura's bird. That's Shura's bird that's flying away.
Mm-hmm. Why, are you suicidal? Swiper's is still burning. I mean, that's a projectile. If you use it again, you'll blow yourself to bits.
And he points the bazooka at Kamakiri. Isn't that what you'd call commitment? And then he fires it at some more approaching enemies. It'll take at least this much to bring him down. Stubborn fool. What's the holdup? Oh, Brahm. We're already in the enemy camp. Let's split up. There are 2 vassals left. Looks like we lucked out of this challenge. We can't let all of us get caught in the same challenge again. We can't be that stupid. I'm going on ahead. Fine. Every man for himself. Just try not to get yourselves killed as they all disperse in different milky roads.
Well, everyone, be careful. We'll meet up at the god's temple as they all go their separate ways. Whoosh, as this one guy with a rifle is on one of those bored cloud riders. Oh, ambushed. And he seems to be shot. So, who's that? What did he do? A heavenly warrior? Oh, and it's one of those sheepmen. Correct. God Eneru has ordered Upper Yard to be purified of you scum. We are his elite. The 50 heavenly warriors. There's nowhere to run. Now taste the power of a dial so rare it can't be found in Skypia. Axe dial.
Perfect. That's exactly how they talk. Ah, you're in my way as he shoots it and he dodges. Ha! far deeper, far sharper, axe style. And he cuts open his shield and cuts him. Your shield is useless, as he knocks two of them out. Hum-de-dum, there's a lovely island in the south. My head is empty, I'm a fool. Meh.
Yeah, you don't say.
A goat? That sounded like a goat. Meh. Oh, it's one of the sheep men trying to attack Luffy. A goat in the jungle. And then one slowly descends to Luffy and is about to attack him.
Yeah! Ho-ho! He punches him right in the face and sends him ricocheting against the trees and collapses right in front of him. Oh man, I was all excited about seeing a goat. What a letdown. The island in the north is oh so cool. My head's empty and I'm a fool. And oh, it's him. Fuck, what's his name again?
Wiper.
Oh, right. Hey, it's you. What the heck are you doing here?
And that's the end of the chapter in the episode. So before we go, we have an SBS to do. It's my turn to be the question person this time. Hello, Oda-sensei. In volume 25, you said the manga is about people's dreams. Your words really made an impression on me. However, there's one strange thing. In my dreams, Namino only appears in bikinis, but in the manga, she's usually fully dressed. Why is that? You guys weren't supposed to know I wrote that.
Super skimpy Nami, eh? Well, if you'll remember, we did see her in the bath. That's even more skimpy than a bikini. And come to think of it, Fifi was shown in nothing but a towel. How skimpy do you want it to be? I'll try harder next time.
If Nico Robin were to spout limbs all over her body, how many would that be? 200 flower? Tomoya. Oda-sensei, recently my father said One Piece is a really weird manga. I almost ended up correcting by saying wrong. One Piece is a really great manga. Seriously. Really weird manga. Oda-sensei, in One Piece, the characters often talk about will. I never hear will used that way outside of manga. What does it mean? Do your other readers know what it means? Please tell me.
Will? Like willpower? Means having a strong heart when a person has an intense desire. It's really strong. Strong-willed people are quite fascinating, don't you think?
It's basically when Kingdom Hearts uses heart. Sort of the same thing. No, almost the same thing, not quite. They take it a couple steps too far. But yeah, that's going to do it for our very first episode we recorded in 2025. It's not our first 2025 episode. So thank you guys all so much for listening or watching if you watch the YouTube version. Don't forget, if you want to support the podcast, you can give us you can check us out on patreon.com/superbonusround, where you get access to episodes a week before they normally go out, and also commentary tracks for our reviews. The reviews will always be free, but if you want to get the commentary tracks, those are exclusive. And when we return, I think Austen will be like several weeks removed from a vacation, but for you guys, it'll just be normal. And also, don't forget, in between the episodes where the Binging Devil's Fruit episodes will be coming out, we have the Super Awards Round podcast, which is going to be a yearly podcast, or I'm going to try and make it a yearly podcast with my friends, where we take all of the media from the last year, games, movies, cartoons, etc., and we award the best of the best and the worst of the worst. Please look forward to that. I don't know how long that'll be, but I'm planning on releasing it in the gaps where the Binge the Devil's Fruit episodes are. Till then, I've been John Mugiwara JM.
I'm Chad Peanut.
And remember, when binging the Devil's Fruit, take your time to eat it slowly. Make sure you just savor it, enjoy it. But listen out for any goats that might try to interrupt your meal. Have a good one, y'all. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for binging the Devil's Fruit with us today. If you'd like to enhance your binging experience even further, for just $3 a month, not only do you get access to episodes 1 week before they go live for the public, you also get exclusive access to our commentary tracks for our One Piece anime movie special reviews on our Patreon. The review episodes themselves will always be free to all listeners, but if you want the commentary tracks, that's patreon.com/superbonusround. Thanks for your support.